it up previously, and he finds his tight end Brent Selleck across the 40-yard line up to the 44. We go to Chris Myers. Chris.
Sam, on the Eagles sideline, Donovan McNabb suffering a left eye injury, some blurred vision. The medical staff checking it out, giving him the how many fingers am I holding up contest. And once he passed that, they said you're okay to go back in. I think he's more frustrated by the Atlanta Falcon pass rush than anything.
Good to have Chris here on football. He's been stuck with baseball for a while, and he'll be working baseball tonight. Game 4 of the World Series. McNabb checking all 4 wide receivers in. McNabb throws almost intercepted by Chris Houston. Houston, the second-year cornerback out of Arkansas, looking for his first NFL interception, just missed.
Well, and I think it just had too much heat on it for Chris Houston because McNabb's reading man coverage. Now he's going to get a quick in route by Kevin Curtis, but Roddy White, or excuse me, the corner Chris Houston was all over it. That ball hit him right in the hands and deflected off. I'll tell you, I got to give a lot of credit to Brian Van Gorder, the defensive coordinator, and his unit on defense today. You guys are really, really playing well from front to back.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Sean Jackson in motion. McNabb gets time, and a man open and overthrew the tight end, L.J. Smith. And the fans getting on Donovan McNabb and the Eagles.
When they had L.J. Smith matched up on a linebacker, you're going to see him come from over here, getting right down the seam. Here he is here. And Brooking got outflanked because you saw there was a linebacker in front of Keith Brooking. I think it was Michael Boley that screened him off. L.J. Smith was wide open, and Donovan McNabb, for the 3rd time today, overthrew a receiver.
Eagles on a 3rd and 10, have 4 wide receivers in. McNabb works out of the shotgun and throws, and it's dropped. Trying to hit Jason Avant. The Eagles lead the league in drop passes. That one should have been caught.
Well, it should have been caught, but not a great throw. It does hit the receiver right in the hands, but Donovan McNabb's off target. I mean, look at how the receiver has to fall back and contort his body, does Jason Avant, and reach up out of frame to try to pull that ball in. Those are usually easy pickings for Donovan McNabb, especially in the middle of the field.
Adam Jennings deep for the Falcons. 4th punt of the game for Savraka. Good high kick. Jennings lets it bounce, and it goes. What a diving play. They kept it out of the end zone. A great play by the Eagles. Greg Lewis got down and kept it in the field of play. It's a 55-yard punt by Savraka. The Eagles down it at the 1-yard line.
How about the punt? It hits on the 1-yard line and goes straight up. I mean, that's just outstanding execution from the punter, and then a little dipsy-do from Greg Lewis as he lays out and throws it back between his legs where Considine can down it. Look at this. Watch him lay out. Whoop.
What a play. What a play. 54-yard punt officially. Great hustle by Greg Lewis. Falcons start from the 2. Straight ahead, Michael Turner gets up to the 4. And picks up a couple of yards on the play. Falcons had the edge in field position, but haven't been able to take advantage of it until their last possession. And Matt Ryan hit a 55-yard pass play with his top wide receiver, Roddy White. It's loud down at that end. Turner again, fighting through the middle, getting up to the 7-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Falcons. Trying to get some room. Jim Johnson coming up with a defensive call here on 3rd and 5.
Well, this puts Jim Johnson, when you think of the 3rd and 5, in a tough spot. Do you blitz him, or do you just play tight coverage?
Ryan throws, and the pass is incomplete. Harry Douglas never had possession as he spun. Good play by Lito Shepherd in as the nickel back on defense. And that's a good defensive series for the Eagles.
And they decided not to blitz. Jim Johnson just played extremely tight coverage. Good play by Lito Shepherd. Good job by Trent Cole getting nice pressure off the edge, forcing that throw to come out quick.
In his end zone, Michael Kanan. Deshaun Jackson waiting for the punt in Falcons territory. It's a good kick. He backs up, way back. It bounces on the 39 and rolls out of bounds at the 40. That is a great punt by Michael Kanan from deep in his end zone. 53-yard punt and no return. That's a big kick. Falcons with a 7-0 lead over the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles coming out of their bye week hoping to get something rolling, while the Giants are playing a tough game. The leaders of the NFC East playing the leaders of the AFC North. Both teams are 5-1. That's the second game of our Fox doubleheader today.
Tough place to play, Heinz Field. If you look at the Steelers, I believe they've won 10 straight at home over the NFC.
That's the Fox football doubleheader. We've got a triple header because we've got baseball tonight. Westbrook off the inside handoff, spinning up to the 45-yard line. Didn't look like much. Turned out to be a 5-yard gain for Brian Westbrook. We go downstairs to Chris Myers. Chris.
Well, and Sam, you talked about Brian Westbrook and the ankle and rib injury. He told me that before the game, he said he's more than 100% and he didn't have any problem cutting, and he feels like he should have a big game. He's been carrying the workload, but Marty Morningwig, the offensive coordinator, told me that's his view. We're going to watch closely and check his health and see how much he holds up or how well he holds up to be the Brian Westbrook of old.
Chris, how can you be more than 100%?
I guess you could be 110%. Right?
Thanks, Chris.
Depends who's voting.
That's right. Chris is always 100% and more. 2nd and 5. Hank Basket in for Philadelphia's the third wide receiver. Along with Deshaun Jackson and Kevin Curtis. This is Westbrook. First down as he's into Falcons territory down to the 48-yard line.
There's a good block here by the center, Jamal Jackson, on Jordan Babineau, and watch him come off and get the edge on him. I mean, to be able to get help from your guard and get a guy that's really lined up on the guard and get his edge, that's a good play by a guy that's 330 pounds with pretty good movement to go to a guy 2 gaps over and be able to seal him for your running back.
Only the second time in Falcons territory for the Eagles today. Off the play fake, McNabb has time and he goes deep. And there was some contact along the sideline. Deshaun Jackson bumping with Dominic Foxworth. Jackson went down, no flag on the play, and the pass incomplete. Donovan McNabb just 5 for 14.
Well, he's been under a lot of pressure. I mean, you think of the 14 passes, I'll bet you 8 of them he's been under pressure. They've gotten him with a couple of sacks. Look at what the Falcons defense has done on the money down 3rd down. So 2 sacks and a takeaway. This defense has surprised me here today on the road against what has been a real good offense.
McNabb has thrown 4 consecutive incompletions. Flag on the play. It's against Atlanta. McNabb throws wide open to Deshaun Jackson. Stepped out of bounds inside the 30. They spot it down at the 26-yard line. A free play for the Eagles. And McNabb comes up with a 22-yard gain.
Defense, number 55. The penalty is declined. The result of the play is the first down.
John Abraham jumped across. And now the Eagles with a good play.
This is some of the stuff Marty Mornhinweg has done with this offense. Movement by the quarterback. Back to the West Coast basics as McNabb gets out on the edge and finds Deshaun Jackson behind a linebacker in front of the safety in that hole in the zone.
Nice.
And Andy Reid told us that Friday. He said if there's anything that Marty has really brought back is we've gotten back to the West Coast basics. And part of that is movement with the quarterback.
That pass outside is incomplete, intended for Deshaun Jackson. Jackson has 2 catches in the game, leads the Eagles with 31 this season. The Eagles are 9-0 under Andy Reid coming out of the bye week. But they have struggled. They're just not sharp. We saw them in San Francisco. They finished that game really sharp with a big fourth quarter to beat the 49ers. But they have not been sharp in the first half. Dan Flecko is in along with Pharrell Buckhalter on 2nd and 10. McNabb steps up. Chased by Abraham. Gets away. And Donovan McNabb out of bounds, a first down inside the 15. People have talked about the fact that he's not running as much as he used to. This time he looked good on that run.
Well, he can still do it when he has to. That's for sure. Kevin Curtis here, he's going to, well, he's open. It looks like they're at the pylon. But Donovan McNabb, here's Greg Lewis on the other side. He's running in between the zones. But I'll tell you what, McNabb just showed you right there, as they had pretty decent pressure on him, forced him up in the pocket. He showed you why and how he can still run, escaping from John Abraham and picking up the first down.
Deepest penetration of the game. McNabb with time, throws short, and it's Westbrook inside the 5-yard line. He's got what looks to be, it'll be very close to a first down. See where that spot is, maybe just a little short. Keith Brooking with the tackle. It'll be, they've given him enough for the first down. It's 1st and goal.
Westbrook really presents a problem when he's offset like that on middle linebacker, especially when he releases up inside the formation and gains instant leverage on the middle linebacker.
4 wide receivers in for Philadelphia. Westbrook carries. It's down close to the 2-yard line. Jamal Anderson, the second-year defensive end, first-round draft pick in 2007, made the stop.
And this is where Andy Reid said they need to get better, and they really self-scouted during the bye week that we got to get better in the red zone, both offensively and defensively.
Jamal Anderson slow to get up after making the tackle. Take a look at what happened on this play.
Well, he's playing well. Watch him here as he's going to chase from behind. This is where he gets in harm's way here, gets in the action as he lays out there and looked like he just got some friendly fire from Eric Coleman or Kendall Moorhead, helmet to helmet.
How about Donovan McNabb with a little shoulder block on Jamal Anderson? Not afraid to take on the defensive end.
Well, he's the size of a defensive end, Sam.
So the Eagles with a good drive here, down 7-0. They lead the NFL in points in the first half this season with 106, and they've been shut out by the Atlanta Falcons to this point. Good job by the Falcons defense. McNabb trying to find some rhythm. And Jamal Anderson looks like he's collected himself here as they help him up.
He looks like he just got his bell rung. I'm telling you, when he laid out and got on, you can tell he's woozy there.
Shaky,
and got on Brian Westbrook. One of his own teammates came in and went helmet to helmet with him.
Chauncey Davis, number 92, replaces Jamal Anderson. He's still feeling it as he walks slowly to the sideline. The Eagles have a 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. You see Chauncey Davis in the game. Kendall Moorhead is in at defensive tackle for Atlanta. The Eagles offense trying to calm the crowd down in the stands. Want them to quiet down a little so they can hear their signals. Westbrook in the backfield. 3 wide receivers in. McNabb, quarterback draw to the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown. Donovan McNabb with his first rushing touchdown of the season. And the Eagles try to tie the game with the extra point. 3-yard run by Donovan McNabb. David Akers for the extra point try. And a 60-yard drive has tied the game. McNabb made some big plays.
Well, and watch the DN right here. Jonathan Babineau is going to get upfield. Trey Thomas is going to block him out. You get a pretty good block by Westbrook up inside. And then it's all Donovan McNabb. Brooking hits him on about the 2-yard line right there. And then the big body, McNabb just spins out and carries the ball over the goal line. But really the key was that right end, getting upfield, rushing the passer, which opened up the running lane for the quarterback draw.
And suddenly with McNabb, a couple of runs, the 12-yard pickup that he had and then the 3-yard quarterback draw, now it just adds something to the Eagles offense.
Well, those are two of the best plays he's made in the game, and they've both been with his legs. He's been erratic today throwing the ball. There's no question about that. His accuracy, which is usually on fire, especially in between the numbers, it hasn't been there in this first half.
McNabb coming into the game, the passing statistics, 64% completion, is 7 for 17 in the game today for 97 yards. The Eagles, who rushed for just 7 yards in the first quarter, have 51 yards rushing here in the second. 25th career rushing touchdown for Donovan McNabb. David Akers to kick it off. Jarius Norwood is deep for Atlanta. The line drive was touched and picked up by Obi Muhaley, the fullback, and he takes it back up to the 33-yard line. Donovan McNabb used to be one of the best running quarterbacks in football. When he took off, what a weapon.
You couldn't really do a lot of man coverage against their offense because you really feared that you'd get all your defenders turning, running down the field, and he'd take off and he'd make your guys look stupid in space. It's good to see him get it back here as he sees a little crease right there to his left and powers his way in for the touchdown.
He'd come into the game with 11 carries for 20 yards. He had a 12-yard run and a 3-yard run for a touchdown. Jarius Norwood on the carry up to the 37-yard line. As we come down to the 2-minute warning, the Atlanta Falcons, who have really revived as a team after just a miserable season last year, as an organization, as a franchise, and they are looking good today.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Visa. No matter how you celebrate game day, Visa is the way to go.
Why do we show up 5 hours before kickoff? Order every game. Dress like our dads. And sit in 10-degree weather on our anniversary. Why? Because this game is ours. Visa. For game day, it's the way to go.
Are you gonna go for it?
This is crazy, this is crazy, this is crazy.
No, crazy is not connecting your new flat screen to DirecTV and missing out on your favorite channels in HD.
On average, get 3 times more HD channels than cable.
12%. Chance that someday you will accidentally hit reply all. 15%. What you can save on ground shipping at FedEx office over the UPS store. FedEx.
October is Ford Truck Month, and it all ends soon. Get up to $7,500 cash back on Ford F-150 and Super Duty pickups. America's #1 selling trucks. And during the final days of Truck Month, get up to $7,500 cash back. The most towing, the most payload, and now up to $7,500 cash back on select F-Series models. It's the final days of Ford Truck Month, the best time to buy.
FedEx presents the Air and Ground NFL Players of Week 7. Buffalo's Trent Edwards completed 25 of 30 passes for 261 yards and a touchdown, leading the Bills to a win over San Diego. The Redskins' Clinton Portis led Washington to a victory against Cleveland with 175 yards rushing and a touchdown. Vote for the FedEx Air and Ground NFL Players of the Week at NFL.com/FedEx.
After the Phillies' dramatic ninth-inning win, the Rays need to fight back and take Game 4, the World Series, tonight following the OT on Fox.
Jim Johnson and his defenses have always done well against, or mostly done well against, rookie quarterbacks. Ben Roethlisberger had a great outing against them. He shut down Eli Manning pretty well. He's got an 8-3 record. Facing the rookie Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons today on 2nd and 6. Ryan puts it up and it completes it. Michael Jenkins on the catch, and it's a first down Atlanta at the 47-yard line.
And I think you see the confidence in the quarterback from Mike Mularkey, the offensive coordinator, right now. 2-minute drill, they're letting him go. I mean, this playbook is wide open. It's not just playing to keep it at 7 and get it at halftime with momentum. They're letting the kid play.
Trying to set up the screen. Once again, it was well covered. That time it was the middle linebacker, Stuart Bradley, on Jarius Norwood. And Ryan threw the ball into the ground in the vicinity of Norwood. It's 2nd and 10.
And I think one of the first things he did when he got to minicamp in Atlanta after he was the number 3 overall draft pick, Matt Ryan, is they put him through 4 2-minute drills. Right. in the first day of practice. He scored on all 4. I mean, this guy is so precocious in terms of being mature beyond his years, and you can see it just how they're using their play calling right now for him.
4 wide receivers in, completes to Roddy White. And he's brought down at the Eagles' 46-yard line. Falcons have all their timeouts. And they huddle up. Don't appear to be in a rush here.
Still got all 3.
Yep.
3 timeouts left.
Jarius Norwood in the backfield. 4 wide receivers in the game for Atlanta. Blitz coming. Ryan gets rid of it. Overthrows Michael Jenkins. And that'll bring up a 4th down for the Falcons.
Jim Johnson had not been blitzing a lot in this game, and he's known league-wide as a guy that likes to send pressure. All 3 of those 2-minute plays there in terms of those plays since Matt Ryan has been trying to do something here in the 2-minute. Jim Johnson has sent the blitz and has dialed up pressure in his face and now is forced to punt.
Deshaun Jackson back inside his 10-yard line. Michael Kanan with his 5th punt of the game. Jackson lets it bounce, and it angles out of bounds near the 10-yard line.
And here's what teams have done to Matt Ryan in terms of blitzing a young quarterback. Usually when you say you got a rookie quarterback, you dial up blitzes all day long. Well, Detroit did it early. They got bit from the very first play. Tampa was very successful against them, and there wasn't a whole bunch over the last 4 weeks. Today, and I think the big point magnifying that is there was 3 on those last 3 plays. There had only been 7 up to that point. Jim Johnson clearly is a guy that's going to want to continue to send pressure on the rookie quarterback, and I think his secondary, we were talking about the corners earlier, and the caliber of players they are in Philadelphia have allowed Jim to do that.
Let's see what Andy Reid does here with 45 seconds and 3 timeouts, but deep in their own territory. Westbrook carries, breaks a tackle, takes it outside, and keeps going before he's hauled down from behind by Troy Bierman, the rookie out of Montana. Good run by Westbrook, and the Eagles call a timeout as now they have some room to maneuver up at their 32-yard line. Good run by Brian Westbrook, a 20-yard pickup. Westbrook with 9 carries, 10 carries, 63 yards in the first half. Coming up is the Visa halftime report as we send you to the guys in the studio, Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. They'll look at all the games around the NFL of how scores and highlights. Our Fox Sports ticker gets you up to date on what's going on with your fantasy teams. Right here, game tied at 7 with 37 seconds remaining in the first half. Falcons scoring first on a 55-yard touchdown pass from Matt Ryan to Roddy White. And then Donovan McNabb with his first rushing touchdown in over 2 years. Screen pass to Westbrook. Couple of blocks for him. And is knocked down as he gets close to the first down marker. Up at the 42-yard line, the Eagles call another timeout. Kendall Moorhead came from behind to take down Westbrook.
And here's a little screen off some play action, but Brian Westbrook told us and walked us through what he does on screens. First, he always aligns behind the left tackle. Then he's going to get up and give the illusion that he's going to have a chip block on a defensive lineman. Then he lets his lineman, Sam, slip out in front of him, that being his center and both guards. And then probably most importantly, he looks past those first wave of blockers, sees the big picture, sees that his wide receiver's got a good little block, and then gets big gains. It's exactly how it worked out here as we saw a little bit of that patented Westbrook shake and bake there, picking up extra yards.
Westbrook and Buckhalter in the backfield now on 2nd and 1. Eagles with 1 timeout remaining. Westbrook goes in motion. Play fake. McNabb in trouble. Somebody's helmet popped loose. A flag on the play as McNabb throws it away as he went outside the pocket. There are 2 flags down. One down in the Atlanta secondary at the 40-yard line as Mike Smith looks on. Mike Smith, who was a defensive line coach for the Baltimore Ravens when they won the Super Bowl in 2000. And then the defensive coordinator the last several years with Jacksonville.
Illegal contact, defense, number 23. That penalty is declined. Illegal use of hands, hands to the face. Defense, number 94, 10-yard penalty, results in first down.
So the Falcons, bad timing on the penalty, gives the Eagles 10 yards.
There's the guy there, Kendall Moorhead on Max Gene Gillis, and you can see you get your hands up on the mask, that's all right, but you got to pull them off immediately. He keeps his hands on the grill of Max Gene Gillis and then gives a couple of extra pushes, so much that it even ripped his helmet off.
So with 21 seconds remaining in the half, the Eagles at the Falcons 49-yard line with 1 timeout. 4 wide receivers in. McNabb gets time and completes it. Inside the 40-yard line to Kevin Curtis, his first catch of the season. Kevin Curtis, who missed the first 6 games with sports hernia surgery, finally rounding into shape and ready to go, and that's his first catch of the season. He caught 77 passes last season for over 1,100 yards.
Well, watch what allows it to happen. It's Brian Westbrook who's here. Watch this as these guys go here, and the defensive end loops around, and Brian Westbrook picks him up. And that's Westbrook on a D end right there. Gives McNabb the opportunity to see it, the time to see it, and of course opens the window by getting that defensive lineman out of the throwing lane so he can hit Curtis for Curtis's first catch.
The Eagles are out of timeouts. 15 seconds remaining, but they need some more yards. They need a few more yards for David Akers. Klecko and Westbrook in the backfield. McNabb under pressure. And he connects with Deshaun Jackson. Out of bounds at the 18-yard line with 9 seconds to go. A perfect play by the Eagles.
Well, what a throw from Donovan McNabb. He's got Deshaun Jackson the whole way on a corner route. And Chris Houston lets him get out in front of him. He's playing a trail position the whole way. Deshaun Jackson gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with 9 seconds left.
The ball at the 18-yard line. The Eagles are going to run another play.
And they got to take a shot into the end zone, in my opinion. No timeouts left. Try to get 6 instead of settling for the field goal.
Westbrook and Klecko in the backfield. They're out of timeouts. McNabb looks, waits, throws to the corner, incomplete. Deshaun Jackson was there, covered by Dominique Foxworth. And now David Akers comes out to attempt a field goal. Akers is 13 for 17 this season, a season long of 44. And this one will be 36. The holder is Sav Rocca, the long snapper John Darnbos. The Eagles trying to take the lead on the last play of the half. Akers puts it through. 36-yard field goal for David Akers. And the Eagles have a 10-7 lead at halftime, and a good way for the Eagles to finish the half, and they'll get the kickoff to start the second half.
Well, and they got Brian Westbrook involved. If you go back and think about that drive, it was the draw play. It was just a little feel-out draw that he was able to take off and take deep into territory, and then the screen pass that was a big gain for him, both to Westbrook.
And McNabb started to get something going late in the half. He hit 3 of his last 4 passes, and a big one to help set up the field goal to Deshaun Jackson. The Visa halftime report is coming up next with Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. Scores and highlights from around the league. And, of course, the Fox Sports Ticker gets you up to date on what's going on with your fantasy team. Donovan McNabb wasn't sharp in the first half, but got it going after the Eagles fell behind 7-0. A 60-yard drive led to a McNabb 3-yard touchdown run. His first touchdown run since October of 2006. The Eagles lead 10-7 at halftime. The Visa halftime report is next.
You can't script October. Last night, the Phillies pulled out a dramatic win in the bottom of the 9th to take a 2-1 series lead.
At the wall, it's gone.
Now the Rays need to dig deep and pull out a victory in critical Game 4 to even up the series. The story continues. Game 4 of the World Series, tonight following the OT, only on Fox.
Kerry Lee Halkett and Thomas Drayton, only on Fox 29 News at 5.
I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for it.
I'm Joe the plumber.
I'm Joe the plumber.
I'm Joe the plumber.
Spread the wealth.
I'm supposed to work harder
just to pay more taxes. Obama wants my sweat to pay for his $1 trillion in new spending.
I'm Joe the plumber. Barack Obama. Higher taxes, more spending, not ready.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
On February 17, 2009, the government-mandated digital transition of all local broadcast channels is happening. This means if you use an analog TV with an antenna, you'll have a decision to make. There are other ways to get ready, but Comcast makes it easy. Get ready without buying a new TV. Get ready to keep your favorite broadcast shows. Get ready for the digital transition with free basic cable service when you sign up for phone or internet. Or get ready with basic cable service for $10 a month. Get ready for February 17th with Comcast.
Let's go! You know you're a true Outback fan when you think great coverage is crispy bacon wrapped around a filet on our mixed grill with sweet shrimp and sautéed scallops. To you, cutting up the middle means slicing into our Outback Special Sirloin. 17 spices, big, bold flavors seared in. Let's go Outback tonight. Great picks, starting at $9.99 for a limited time. Go, go, go! Let's go Outback tonight. Crave on.
The Visa Halftime Report is sponsored by Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL. Life takes Visa.
I do welcome you to the Visa Halftime Report. Kurt Menefee along with Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. And take it away, Jimmy.
Okay, Atlanta and Philadelphia. Matt Ryan, the young rookie quarterback out of Boston College, probably the front runner for Rookie of the Year, having a great year. Post route. Beautiful concentration by Roddy White, 55-yard touchdown, 7-0 Atlanta over Philadelphia. Second quarter, Donovan McNabb, empty backfield, shotgun, then do the old quarterback draw, 3-yard touchdown run, 10-7 Eagles on top of the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Tampa Bay at Dallas. Dallas punter, Sam Pelescu drills the return man for the Buccaneers, Clifton Smith. Nice job, young guy. Second quarter, Garcia, quick post or the slant, just a short post. There it is to Michael Clayton, a 17-yard reception. Matt Bryant then nails a 36-yard field goal, and it's 6-0 until Brad Johnson, 2-yard fade route to Roy Williams, his first as a Cowboy since coming up for the Lions. 10-6 Cowboys on top. Washington and Detroit. Clifton Portis leading rusher in the league for the Redskins, watches Rudy Johnson taking it from 11 yards out, and it's Detroit 10-6 over the Washington Redskins. Arizona at Carolina. We all know Arizona doesn't play well on the East Coast. Anquan Boland, in all those facial fractures, has all those plates in his head, plays in this game, catches a 5-yard touchdown from Kurt Warner. 10-3. That's right, Arizona on top of Carolina at half. St. Louis at New England. Steven Jackson, great running back for the Rams, has a right thigh muscle, does not play. Watches then Jarvis Green Ellis take it in from 2 yards out. New England up 7-3 over the visiting Rams. Second quarter, Bulger. Play action. Down we go to the corner, to the post. There it is, double move, safety's too deep. Single free Jimmy, looked like it, 69-yard touchdown pass to Donnie Avery. 13-10, New England over the visiting Rams. San Diego at New Orleans, Big Ben, the clock. You gotta love it. Folks are happy. I'm happy. I'm happy I'm not there. I'm happy I'm just sitting here watching it. Deuce McAllister, 1-yard touchdown for the Saints. 16-3 Saints in a runaway over the Chargers until Phillip Rivers dumps it off to LaDainian Tomlinson. Nice job of getting in the end zone from 12 yards out. 16-10 Saints on top of the Chargers. Then play action. Corner of the end zone, league's best passer. You got it, Drew Brees. 30-yard strike to Lance Moore, 23-17. It is New Orleans on top of the San Diego Chargers. Buffalo and Miami, Chad Pennington, number 10, sitting there, having a great year. Play action at the goal line. Man coverage. Everybody gets screwed up. Can't find Antonio Fasano. Fasano's wide open. Touchdown reception. It is now Buffalo 9-7 over the Miami Dolphins. That's the halftime score.
And at halftime, Chiefs and Jets locked in a good one, all tied at 14. Ravens rocking over the Raiders. That was 19-0 now in the third quarter. Back to Atlanta and Philadelphia, Jimmy. And you take a look at it, and Philadelphia got off to a slow start offensively, but it looks like maybe they're getting it back a little bit.
Well, the bye came at a good time for Philadelphia. You look at Westbrook getting back into the offense, close to 100 yards, receiving and running the football. Then on top of that, McNabb's healthy. Andy Reid's got his team, 9-0 the last 9 years after a bye. So, he's got them ready. They're going to be on the road 3 out of the next 4 weeks. They're going to need to have that rest. They're going to go out there and get on the road, get back in the NFC East there, Michael.
One thing they do with McNabb, we haven't seen him do this year, he actually ran the ball in the red area. Scored a touchdown, 3-yard draw. That and also the fact that Atlanta Falcons rely a lot on big plays. They won a lot on big plays this year. Philadelphia's defense does not give up a lot of big plays, so it's going to be interesting to see how Atlanta attacks them in the second half.
But if you can pick it up versus Philadelphia, you can hit the big play. There are holes in that zone. The thing with Arizona and Carolina, you mentioned Arizona struggling going west. West Coast teams are going east. West Coast teams are 0-9 traveling east. Carolina, we talked about them in the pregame. Is it the team we saw 2 weeks ago, or is it the team we saw last week? We fall in and out of love with Carolina. Carolina, this is a game you have to win at home. So far, not so good.
Not good. What causes that?
There's a lot of it west to east.
No,
you're
Carolina
up
and down.
I can't figure it out.
That makes no sense, does it?
Offensive continuity in the offensive line, up and down.
It's the mystery of football. Second half of both games coming your way after this.
Visa. No matter how you celebrate game day, Visa is the way to go.
Prepare yourself for an event so big we couldn't fit it inside. Nissan's Fall Tent Event. Now, get 0% APR and up to $1,000 additional bonus cash back. Or $199 a month for the Nissan Rogue. And $199 on Altima. Your choice. Your new Nissan will last and last. But event savings won't. Tents come down October 31st.
I'm gonna make your friends watch.
If they want me back in Washington, they can come and get me.
There's my lovely bride.
Suck it, Gumby.
Wow.
At the Buffalo Bills United Way Day of Action, I got to work out with Dante Whitner. He took me through every drill he does to get ready for a game. Woo! Dante says good nutrition and exercise makes every kid a champion.
Chance on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah! Yeah! Touchdown!
I'm Dante Whitner. Helping kids stay active and healthy is how I live United. Want to help? Find out how at liveunited.org.
Welcome back to Philadelphia, where the Eagles lead the Atlanta Falcons 10-7 moments before the start of the second half. Quiet first quarter, no scoring, and then Atlanta put it on the board in the second quarter. 55-yard touchdown play. Matt Ryan hitting Roddy White, who took it in. Then the Eagles came back, 60-yard series, and it's finished off by Donovan McNabb's 3-yard quarterback draw. And then a field goal by David Akers giving them the lead.
Eli and the Giants battle the Steelers. Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader action continues later today.
Hey, Eagles fans, the Phillies continue their World Series run tonight at 8 on Fox 29.
The Suzuki SX4 versus the Mini. The Suzuki SX4 has 25 more horsepower than the Mini. The SX4 offers available all-wheel drive. The Mini doesn't. The SX4 has America's #1 warranty and GPS Navi standard. And the SX4 costs thousands of dollars less. The Suzuki SX4. It's mightier than the Mini. Lightning bolt stickers and cape not included. Now get 0% financing on all 2009 Suzuki SX4s. Hurry in.
Africa, a dangerous place. Animals struggle for survival against nature's most adept predators, lurking around every corner, waiting.
A gazillion things to watch whenever we want, and you pick this? Turn it off! Turn it back on!
HD on demand with Comcast. More movies and shows on your schedule. Move it to Comcast Digital Cable with HD for just $39.99 a month for 6 months.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Carolina Mills, forced to shut down 17 plants. 2,600 lose their jobs. Workers once proud to make the thread for American flags have their futures outsourced to Asia. Washington sold them out with the help of politicians like John McCain. He supported trade deals and tax breaks for companies that ship jobs overseas. McCain even said all Buy American provisions were, quote, disgraceful. We just can't afford more of the same.
Saved by Zero.
Now, for limited time only, you can get amazing 0 APR financing on your favorite Toyota.
Saved by Zero.
That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much 0 can save you on a new Toyota.
Saved by Zero. Saved by Zero.
Every time you use your NFL Extra Points credit card, you earn NFL Extra Points, which can be redeemed for all sorts of great NFL merchandise. Because, clearly, you need more NFL merchandise. Get NFL gear, tickets, and more with the NFL Extra Points credit card. Apply now at NFLExtraPoints.com.
Visa. No matter how you celebrate game day, Visa is the way to go.
This afternoon, it's football here, and a block away tonight, it's baseball with Game 4 of the World Series. The Phillies and the Tampa Bay Rays, that'll be right here on Fox. Now, the Eagles finished strong in the first half. What do you look for in the second half?
Well, I think more of the same for if you're Philadelphia in terms of getting Brian Westbrook involved. I mean, you started to see him there at the end of that second quarter start to get some things going with the draw play, with the screen play. Had a very good blitz pickup in terms of his blocking ability. McNabb's got to settle down a little bit in terms of his passing attack. Something I'm impressed with Atlanta, their defensive line and their linebackers, really for the first quarter and a half, really did a good job of rushing the passer and putting pressure on Donovan McNabb. That needs to continue for Atlanta.
Short kickoff, taken on the run, and brought back by Brian Dawkins, the up man, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. So the Eagles will start from the 31. We go to our sideline man, Chris Myers.
Well, Sam, first Matt Ryan playing a little bit beat up, his lower back and hip somewhat injured, but head coach Mike Smith said he'll hang in there, he'll be fine. We wanted to run a Trent Cole. We hope to do more of that if the situation dictates. He's happy with the way they've handled the Eagle blitz. On the other side, Andy Reid said slow start for Donovan McNabb throwing the ball, but I want him to keep gunning. fact, his running plays inspired him, and he said he wanted his receivers to get off those jams a little bit better, do a better job of getting free so Donovan can find him.
They go with 3 wide receivers. Westbrook in the backfield. And we thank Chris for the report. Great to have him back with us. Westbrook on first down gets back to the line of scrimmage. As we look at the numbers in the first half, the Eagles picked it up after a very slow start, 201 yards total offense. The rushing game, the running game, as Tim mentioned, with Brian Westbrook came alive, and Atlanta ran for only 40 yards. That's a good running team.
And that's a big one. I mean, Michael Turner in this offense, #2 rushing offense in all of pro football, and that's how Mike Smith wants his team to play. Physical at the line of scrimmage and run the ball. Philadelphia defensively have done a good job against Michael Turner in that run game.
On 2nd and 10, 3 wide receivers in. Quick outside drop by Hank Baskett. Drop balls have plagued the Eagles all season long. Brings up a 3rd and 10 as Donovan McNabb tells his young receiver to shake it off. Troy Bierman and Kendall Moorhead in on the defensive line for the Atlanta Falcons. On 3rd and 10, Bierman in now. Moorhead comes out.
Well, and you'll see a lot more, I think, of Bierman, and because Jamal Anderson got hurt in the first half of this game, their usual starting defensive end.
In with 3 wide receivers. Westbrook in the backfield. Blitz coming, and they pick it up. McNabb hits Kevin Curtis down at the 44-yard line of Atlanta. Well thrown, and Curtis makes his 2nd catch of the game. This one for 25 yards.
And Donovan McNabb has all day to throw against the blitz. You'll see Kevin Curtis flash into your screen from the left. He's got man coverage on him right there against a rookie, Chevis Jackson. And McNabb throws an absolute strike. When you got man coverage, you just sit back and wait for your guy to clear and get open. Donovan was able to do that.
McNabb 4 for his last 6. Westbrook bounces it outside and gets down to the 35-yard line. He picked up 9 on the play. Chauncey Davis brought him down as the Eagles starting to rev up the offense now.
And look what they do here with the fullback. Here's Dan Klecko right here, and they send Danny right there. Westbrook ends up bending it all the way back around here. You see all the linebackers going to the right. Gives Westbrook this edge on the backside.
Westbrook 12 carries, 72 yards, goes to the sideline. Correll Buckhalter in, 2 tight ends. On 2nd and 1, Buckhalter straight ahead for a first down. Correll Buckhalter played a real good game in San Francisco 2 weeks ago, and it really gives you that insurance policy with the things that have been happening to Westbrook this season.
Look, Westbrook's only been healthy really 2 games this season, and getting back today, and I'm still not sure he's 100% with that ankle and those ribs. You're right, Buckhalter went out to San Francisco 2 weeks ago and had 178 total yards in that game.
At the Falcons 33. McNabb firing it to Dan Klecko, and the big fullback gets down to the 11-yard line. There's a flag on the play back in the Eagles' backfield. That good play may be negated.
At least he used some hands to the face. Offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
That's Trey Thomas on John Abraham.
Well, and that hurts because this is classic West Coast. Look, you got 2 backs and then a little angle route. Split backs, little angle route by Danny Klecko. He pops outside and then cuts back inside on Keith Brooking. It's a well-designed play. That's a 280-pound D lineman on a little angle route on a middle linebacker, and all negated because Trey Thomas against John Abraham over there gets the illegal hands to the face.
And don't forget now, Dan Klecko was a tailback in high school. You got to remember that. You know, he's having a good time. He loves it here in Philly. 3 wide receivers in, the ball back to the 43-yard line. It's 1st and 20. McNabb with time, throws wide open, connecting with L.J. Smith. His foot for man. Picked up some extra yardage with good second effort down to the 22-yard line, and that's a first down.
Both defenders go with Greg Lewis on the in route. You see there, that's a break in communication because you had the linebacker, Michael Boley, that had the inside hook. And as Greg Lewis went to the hook, Chris Houston went with him. Hank Baskett just cut it right out to the flat, or L.J. Smith, rather, right out to the flat.
Second catch for L.J. Smith. Brian Westbrook in the backfield. McNabb, pressure, gets away, and runs for it. And he's out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So McNabb using the legs. And Donovan McNabb has now gone over 3,000 yards rushing in his NFL career, only the 8th quarterback to reach that mark.
And it's been a while since we've seen him rush as much as he's rushed and run the football today.
McNabb with 3 carries for 21 yards, including a 3-yard touchdown run. Hank Baskett in as a 3rd wide receiver, joining Kevin Curtis and Deshaun Jackson. On 2nd down, Westbrook bounces off the tackle, hits for the corner, touchdown! That ankle doesn't seem to be bothering him there, Tim. He looked pretty good.
Well, he did. He had some real good blocks up front, and I'll tell you, Atlanta should have known that was going to be a run play. Anytime you get a quarterback that has a big scramble and a run like McNabb did the play before, and he's a little bit gassed and he's breathing hard, you're going to see a run come right behind it. And that's exactly what happened. Westbrook cut it back behind 2 really good blocks, John Runyon and Max Gene Gillis.
The Eagles starting to get it going. They have scored on each of their last 3 possessions. 2 touchdowns and in the middle of field goal.
Watch John Runyon right here on Croy Behrman, the defensive end. He's just going to take him, wall him off down inside, and Westbrook takes off.
So this is the referee. Oh, hey, I'm out of air. Air is an additional $35 upgrade fee. Yeah. Do you want it? Yeah, I want that.
Hidden fees can make a good deal bad. At Southwest Airlines, we don't do hidden fees. Just low fares to your favorite destinations starting at $69. Low fares, no hidden fees.
$5 foot long. $5 foot long. It's good going strong.
Subway, home of the famous $5 footlong, like our fresh toasted oven roasted chicken breast and our newest $5 footlong, the Freshalicious Chicken Pizziola. $5 footlongs, all day, every day.
At Subway.
Unleash your inner rock star. Guitar Hero World Tour. Rated T for Teen.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. By Subway, home of the famous always made fresh $5 footlong. By Guitar Hero World Tour, we are all guitar heroes. And by FedEx, your ultimate NFL air and ground player.
John Runyon just absolutely physically dominated Croy Behrman on that play. Here he is here, and watch what he does to this defensive end. I mean, he's just going to grab him, manhandle him, get him to the ground, open it up wide open for Brian Westbrook. And Runyon, I mean, he's still got that ability, Sam, in year 13 to be a physically dominant football player.
Jarius Norwood taking Akers' kick on the run at the 15, gets up to the 28-yard line where he's taken down. So the loss of Jamal Anderson out with an injury hurts the Atlanta Falcons.
Cup holders, researchers say, is one of the top reasons women buy one car over another. Not horsepower, not available features like an 8-inch nav screen or black leather trim. Nope, cup holders. Maybe those researchers need a little quality time with a different kind of woman.
Visit your local Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
Hey man, what kind
of light beer do you want?
Whatever. They all taste the same.
Hold on. They all taste the same. Does bath water taste the same as spring water? Does a carrot stick taste the same as a stick? Stick. Does ground beef taste the same as beef on the ground? Bottom line, there is a difference. And Bud Light has it. It's called drinkability. That just right taste. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
We had 2 very bad colds.
I fall off the bed.
I typed in pregnancy.
Cholesterol.
Food allergies.
With WebMD, everything is in one place, from parenting to nutrition.
Meditation, yoga, diet.
Vaccines.
You click here, and you're like, oh dang, there's something else.
I found tips for reducing stress.
You just keep clicking, it's just for some reason you just like get the itch.
The sources are so clear.
They're MDs, they're PhDs.
I don't need millions of answers.
Just one good one.
WebMD. Better information, better health.
Family Guy's off on an all-new road trip, but they left one thing home alone.
I'm about to drink my first soda.
Family Guy, all new 1 week from tonight on Fox.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Sam, there's Juan Castillo, the offensive line coach, talking to his group right there, going over the pictures. And I'll tell you, he is one of the better offensive line coaches in the National Football League. He knows how to treat the veterans and knows their bodies and listens to the guys, but absolutely grinds his young players and gets them prepared for when their opportunities come.
On first down, Matt Ryan throwing outside, and he let it go under pressure a little before Roddy White made his cut to the sideline.
Look where Atlanta has run the football today. First of all, it hasn't been very good with Michael Turner. They're averaging 2.7 a pop, and they've all been to the left or the middle. Look at this. I mean, 0 runs to the right side.
And look at this, Tim.
Their offensive
look
formation.
At this formation. With Matt Ryan on the sideline, it's Jarius Norwood taking the snap and running out of the backfield. How about that one?
Well, we've seen that in this league all year long. Miami started it several weeks ago at New England. Call it the Wildcat formation, and it creates a little extra gap up front is what it does. Without the quarterback on the field, it creates an extra running lane because you got him outmanned on the inside.
You like it? You don't like it? What do you think?
I like it. I think it's effective, but I think you need to know how to defend it. And I think we just saw there how Jim Johnson defended it, how you should defend it. You commit an 8th guy into the box, don't worry about the pass.
There's 3rd and 8, and he finds a man, Jarius Norwood, out of the backfield. Beautiful pass by Ryan, hitting Jarius Norwood for a first down just across midfield. Picked up 21 on a 3rd and long. That was a big play by Matt Ryan.
Well, and they're going to blitz Matt Ryan. They started it at the end of the 2nd quarter, and Jim Johnson hasn't stopped. And Matt Ryan, he has good, Trent Cole, who's dropping off in zone coverage, is trying to get on Jarius Norwood right there. That's a mismatch, and Matt Ryan found it.
20-yard pickup. Michael Turner. Nothing there. Eagles do the good job. No gain on the play. They've done a real good job on Michael Turner. Roderick Bunkley leading the way on the defensive line for the Eagles.
And they've had a lot of action over here. Here's Broderick Bunkley. Here's Trent Cole. Watch what both of these guys do here to defend the run that's coming right at them. I mean, Bunkley there defeats the down block by Justin Blaylock, fights back across his face, and then stones Michael Turner right at the line of scrimmage.
Turner, 13 carries, just 37 yards in the game. Turner and Muhaley in the backfield. Deep drop by Ryan, and his pass is caught by the fullback Muhaley, who gets knocked down as he tried to get up and run. Maybe a yard pickup on the play.
Look at the pressure today on Matt Ryan and how it started, and then teams laid off of him defensively right there in that 4-game block. Well, today it's been huge, and 6 of the last 7 pass plays, Jim Johnson, the defensive coordinator, you see him right there, has turned up the heat on Matt Ryan, and Sam, it's been effective.
Jason Snelling in the backfield with Norwood against the Eagles. That pass by Ryan overthrown, intended for Michael Jenkins. They picked up the blitz, and Ryan had time. At that time, he overthrew Jenkins. The Eagles turning up the heat on Matt Ryan.
Watch Asante Samuels right here on Michael Jenkins. That screws all the timing up right there. I mean, this is a timing and a rhythm offense. And just by getting that jam, it throws the quarterback off a step. Therefore, the pass wasn't really on target.
Sixth punt of the game by Michael Kanan. Deshaun Jackson on the return. He started to call for a fair catch. He spins away from Finland, and he is brought down at his own 1-yard line. So Jackson, who thought he might catch the Atlanta Falcons napping on the return, Finneran forced him back, and he lost 13 yards on that return.
In today's luxury game, the question isn't whether or not your car has available features like a 40-gig hard drive, sunroofs, or Sapelli-wood accents. The real question is, when you turn your car on, does it return the favor?
With financing that fits, your Cadillac dealer has access to hundreds of banks, all competing to give you the best rates possible on the award-winning CTS, starting at just $30,995.
With stuffed crust pizza, you can't go straight for all that cheese in there.
Right.
It's America's favorite stuffed crust pizza with loads of melty cheese stuffed inside. Specially priced at just $11.99. America's favorite pizza. Pizza Hut.
3. Number of people who can track packages using mental telepathy. Number of people who are tracking packages using FedEx Mobile. FedEx.
You can script October. Last night, the Phillies pulled out a dramatic win in the bottom of the ninth to take a 2-1 series lead.
At the wall, it's gone.
Now the Rays need to dig deep and pull out a victory in critical Game 4 to even up the series. The story continues. Game 4 of the World Series, tonight following the OT, only on Fox.
It's the episode that got America hooked.
Friend of yours?
Oh, I certainly hope not. Fringe, right after House, Tuesday on Fox.
Today's Game on Fox is sponsored by Cadillac. Introducing the 2009 Cadillac Escalade Hybrid.
The rookie Deshaun Jackson growing up on the East Coast now.
Yeah, and you know what? It's been a good year for him, but you can see there on that play that it's a learning process in this league. And the guy's a very, very good punt returner. I couldn't tell him anything that he doesn't already know, but running backwards and sideways in this league usually doesn't work.
On first down, Brian Westbrook gets out to the 5-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. Lawyer Malloy with a tackle.
And they're trying to raise the rookie right, Deshaun Jackson. We talked to Donovan McNabb a couple weeks ago. He says, I'm on him all the time, trying to teach him to be a pro. And, you know, he's got all the athletic skill that you can ever want. And then talking to Brian Westbrook this week, he said, yeah, he's still learning. I mean, Westbrook found his playbook Friday in the lunchroom and brought it into our meeting. He said, I'll let him sweat it out till Saturday night. He's still got a lot to learn.
On 2nd and 7, drops it off to Westbrook, turns it into a first down. Nice moves by Brian Westbrook up to the 16-yard line.
And Westbrook came into our meeting, sat down, we started talking to him, and then we got into Deshaun Jackson. I said, tell me about 10, man. Tell me about the rookie. He said, well, he's skilled. He's got a lot of ability, but as I said, we're still trying to teach him and raise him right. Because I found his playbook in the lunchroom. Because I think he's even got his game tickets and everything in here. I'm going to make him sweat it out until Saturday night or so. I'm even going to find him maybe.
Well, he must have read the playbook. He's made some good plays today. 3 wide receivers on first down. Terrell Buckhalter. Strong run up the middle, but there's a flag on the play.
They're going to get a holding on Philadelphia.
It's against the Eagles that will bring the play back.
Holding. Offense. Number 79. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
It's on the left guard, Todd Harriman's. You know, earlier you were talking about the great job Juan Castillo's done. I think he's done a great job with Max Gene Gillis, who filled in for a Pro Bowl performer in Sean Andrews and done a real good job.
Well, he has, and he's been much better at the pass than people thought he would be. And that's what I talked about with Juan Castillo and grinding the young guys. And there's a guy, Max Gene Gillis, in his 2nd year. Jamal Jackson, remember a couple years ago, he took over for Hank Fraley. When the young guys have to step in because they've been coached so well during the week, with the extra coaching by Juan, they're ready to go.
A handoff to Westbrook, and he's back thrown for a loss. We've got an update coming your way. For that, let's go to Kurt Menefee.
Well, you've got the NFC South and East, so we'll give you a play that represents each division.
thundering run by D'Angelo Williams pulled Carolina to within a touchdown of Arizona. And then Washington trailing for most of the day against Detroit until Jason Campbell and Santana Moss hooked up for a 50-yard score, and now they have a 6-point lead in the third quarter. Back to Sam, Tim, and Chris.
Thank you, Kurt. Lorenzo Booker in the backfield with Brian Westbrook on second down. They have to get to the 26 for a first. McNabb was in trouble. He got bumped, and he falls forward to the 12-yard line. Bring up a third and long for the Eagles. Curtis Lofton, the rookie middle linebacker, made the tackle.
And Trey Thomas is having a hard time with John Abraham. Look how wide he is, and he's just going to bull rush, which means take Trey Thomas right down the middle and drive him to the quarterback. And he does that, forces Donovan McNabb to step up, and then is able to come off the block and dive down to Donovan down low and trip him up and make it a third and long.
They've gotten some pressure, but no sacks on McNabb in the game. And John Abraham came in, 2 sacks in the game. Abraham came into the game with 7 on the season, 5th in the league. McNabb gets time and connects with Hank Baskett, but he's short of a first down at the 19-yard line. Michael Boley wrapped up Baskett short of the first down, and Andy Reid's offense comes off the field. First time in the last 4 possessions they haven't put points on the board. Savraka comes out for the punt. So now a chance for the Atlanta Falcons with the help of the penalty. A chance for good field position. Ball bouncing at the 42, and it's touchdown by the Eagles at the 43-yard line. So the Falcons, who scored first in this game, down 17-7, take over.
He was the #1 draft pick. He's a slam dunk champion. He has 30% more lung capacity, the reflexes of a puma. And yes, Dwight Howard's got mad skills. But you've got French fries. Monopoly at McDonald's is back and serving up a shot at $100,000 every day. So you have exactly the same chance to win as anyone else. Period.
Hey, I think you're getting in his head a little bit.
It's anybody's game to win.
Hey, Coach Billy! What? We need to open this Coors Light cooler for some Frost Brew refreshment. Do you know the combination?
Go double right, turbo right, double pump.
Coach, it's not working.
Tandem right, Z-Peel. Where's San Diego?
Forget it, Coach. I'm gonna wedge it open with a crowbar.
Let's wedge it.
I'm trying.
Frost Brewed Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Coach, we still can't get into the Coors Light. You're gonna have to come up here. Time out.
He's coming.
An advanced 2-mode hybrid system. Check. 20 miles per gallon in the city while still seating 8. Check. The world's first full-size luxury hybrid SUV. Checkmate.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
I grew up right outside Philadelphia. Really loved the Sixers and the Phillies. When I was a little kid, this is what my bedroom was like. The Philly teams break your heart every year. I remember when the Sixers went to the finals. They won the first game against the Lakers. I think they swept the next 4 games. That's just part of being a Philadelphia sports fan. You just got to know me, and that's it.
Matt Ryan, good to get to know him. Now the Falcons come out with Ryan on the sideline.
Wildcat again.
Jarius Norwood going to take the direct snap from center. Fakes the toss, end around to Harry Douglas. Douglas gets outside and gets up close to midfield. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, chased out by Quentin Michael. Pickup of 6 on the play.
Well, this is hard, too, on Quentin Michael because he's going to be matched up here on Harvey Dahl. As Dahl kicks out right there on the safety. See, he pulls out. Now, Quentin Michael's trying to force that thing back inside. does a decent enough job where it ends up only being a 6 or a 7 yard gain rather than letting that guy turn the corner and go the distance.
Falcons have rushed for 47 yards in the game. They have 3 tight ends in. Turner going outside, breaks through into the secondary, and Asante Samuel tried to take him down, but he ran right over him, and finally he's chased out of bounds at the Eagles' 29-yard line by Omar Gaither.
And another run to the left. Watch the center and watch the guard pull, and Michael Turner's going to go right off at Todd McClure's block. Right there, he cuts right inside of McClure, his center, who got out on the edge and cleared it out for him.
Longest run of the game for the Atlanta Falcons, Asante Samuel, who tried to make the tackle on Michael Turner, and Turner just rolled right over him. And Samuel now able to jog off the field. 22-yard pickup by Michael Turner, and the Falcons on the move.
Well, that's his best run of the day by far. They had him bottled up pretty good up until that nice run.
So Lito Shepard in for Asante Samuel. First down for the Falcons on the 29. Turner and Mulhaley in the backfield. Ryan with time. Goes deep. He's got Rodney White. Interference on the Eagles. Lito Shepard bumped Roddy White. And the Falcons are going to get their 2 flags down. Looks like the Falcons will get the ball inside the 5-yard line.
And I think Lito Shepard is miffed.
Defense, number 26.
Because he was playing the ball.
Automatic, first down.
I mean, it looked to me from up here that he's playing the ball the whole way. Roddy White's going to go on a corner route. Now watch Lito Shepard's head turn right here. He's playing the football. That's incidental contact to me.
I disagree, Tim.
No way, Sam. He's playing the football.
He's got the arms on the man. Trevor Law is in with Darren Howard on the defensive line. First and goal for the Falcons. Ryan rolling, throwing, and incomplete. A flag on the play. Tried to hit his tight end, Ben Hartsock, but he threw it wide of him. Hartsock was open.
Going to get holding on Philadelphia.
Holding, defense, number 27. Half the distance to the goal line. Replay first down.
That's Quentin Michael. Back-to-back penalties by the Eagles.
There's Quentin Michael right here. I think that was it. I think it was on Jaquay Parker.
They got the wrong man. There was a hold when Hartsock was taken down, but it wasn't Quentin Michael. 6 penalties on the Eagles. Turner in the backfield. And it's Turner to the 1-yard line. They lined up Roddy White behind Michael Turner. This is big for the Falcons. And a good defensive series. Got good field position, and now with a chance to punch it in and get to within 3 points. Second and goal. Harry Douglas in motion, 3 wide receivers. The fade to Roddy White. Bad pass is intercepted by Lito Shepard. That pass was thrown way too high, floated into the end zone, and I think that flag is going to be against Atlanta.
I agree with you. I think that's offensive pass interference.
Offense, number 84. The pulls is high. The result of the play is a touchback.
And you said way too high, which it is, but it's way too short. I mean, that thing had a lot of air under it, but it drops about 2-3 yards short of where it needed to, and the corner picks it.
What happens when you put the iPhone 3G on the nation's fastest 3G network? Well, because the network is faster, the internet is faster. Because the internet is faster, pages load faster. Because pages load faster, you don't have to wait to place that winning bid on eBay. The iPhone 3G on AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network.
Why do we show up 5 hours before kickoff? Order every game. dress like our dads, and sit in 10-degree weather on our anniversary. Why? Because this game is ours. Visa. For game day, it's the way to go.
Los Angeles, 1928. Christine Collins' son vanished, but the police solved the crime with a lie.
It's not my son.
That would change a city forever.
Every day, this city sinks deeper into corruption.
Changeling, rated R.
This is an historic day marking the swearing in of America's first female president.
Sunday, November 23rd.
Our embassy in Sangala just got word of an imminent coup.
24 returns with an all-new 2-hour event.
The retreat now, move! Our involvement could avert a genocide.
Be careful, Madam President.
We are talking about innocent children. When are you going home?
I'm not going home. 24 Redemption. Sunday, November 23rd on Fox.
A terrific job by Lito Shepherd redeeming himself. Remember, he got the pass interference call, which got him all the way down there on Roddy White. And then that play, that was just a bad throw from Matt Ryan. And Roddy White was forced to go over the back, try to play defense to keep it from being intercepted. Just way short, and Lito Shepherd comes up with the big-time pick down in the end zone.
His first interception of the season, the Eagles' second of the game and 8th of the season. Off the double play fake, McNabb throws, and he completes it to Buckhalter. Terrell Buckhalter out of the backfield, up to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 27 on the play. And there's a flag down. It came in after the play. Donovan McNabb has really gotten his game together, beginning late in the second quarter.
What a throw in between two linebackers right there. Clearly looks like, as you see Philadelphia pointing, it's going against Atlanta.
There is no foul on the play. The ball carrier merely rolled the ball away. First down, Philadelphia.
Buckhalter's lined up at fullback right here, and watch him. He's going to release out to his left. Michael Boley's going to be in coverage, a linebacker, and then Donovan McNabb sees it and splits both linebackers, Boley and Curtis Lofton, with a perfect strike.
McNabb has hit 8 of his last 10 passes for 123 yards. After going 7 for 17, here goes Brian Westbrook down to the 35-yard line. Eric Coleman with the ankle tackle on Westbrook after a pickup of 18 on the play.
Once again, watch the block down by John Runyon. He's going to take Boley and just, I mean, look at that hole as he gets on the backside of Boley and just pushes him clean out of the play. What did John Runyon tell us? When the money starts to outweigh, when the pain starts to outweigh the money, maybe I'll think about retiring. Said he's a long way from that.
Ryan Westbrook's first 100 game of the season rushing. Buckhalter is stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Ryan Westbrook, 16 carries, 108 yards. The 16th 100-yard rushing game of his career. And his first of the season. Boy, he has played well coming back off the bye week after the injuries that he's had this season.
And I'm telling you, he's playing in a lot of pain today. Talked to him on Friday. He said that ankle still isn't right. His ribs are problematic, but the ankle is worse. Those high ankle sprains are hard to come back from. No way is he playing at 100% today, despite what he says. And he's capitalizing still and having a big day against his defense.
He's really played well. Off the play fake, McNabb steps up, and he throws deep, but overthrows Kevin Curtis. 2 men downfield covering on the play. Eric Coleman was there, along with Chris Houston. Asante Samuel has a quad injury and is expected to come back for the Eagles, who right now have a 3rd and long. They have to get to the 25-yard line for first down.
Since about 20 minutes into this game, the pass rush hasn't been there for, you wonder why Donovan started to get hot and started to hook up. Yeah, his accuracy's better, but the pass rush for this group up right here in Atlanta has slowed down in terms of the production and the hits on the quarterback.
3rd and 13, 3 wide receivers in. Blitz coming, McNabb gets rid of it, nobody out there. Greg Lewis, the closest man, was about 5 yards further downfield. John Abraham shaken up and gets up slowly. Good pressure on McNabb, forced him to get rid of it sooner than he wanted to. And now the Eagles send out their punting unit. That's Michael Boley, the outside linebacker, shaken up on the last play as well. 6th punt of the game for Savraka. Adam Jennings is deep for Atlanta. We're late 3rd quarter. The Eagles, who trailed 7-0, lead 17-7. The Falcons wasted a big opportunity. Walker just pops it up high in the air. Fair catch wait for by Adam Jennings. It's got it at the 16-yard line. So now the Falcons back on offense, and don't forget, following this game, game 2 of our NFL doubleheader. The Giants first in the NFC East. The Steelers first in the AFC North. Both 5-1 meet up in Pittsburgh, and that should be a good one. That's our game 2. Dick Stockton, Troy Aikman, Pam Oliver. We'll bring you the game from Pittsburgh. From the 16, Matt Ryan, the Finneran in motion. Michael Turner is brought down for a loss. What a play by Trent Cole. He beat 2 blockers on the play. And threw Turner for a loss. The Eagles have gotten their game together. They lead the Falcons 17-7, end of the 3rd quarter.
It's a decision.
This kid thing is really working out for you. All of the shopping done into stretch marks.
It risks mother and child.
Come on, cry. Cry!
Do not miss this episode. All new House. Viewer discretion advised. Tuesday at 8/7 Central on Fox.
A look back at the exciting sports weekend. That's Monday on Good Day.
All right, sports fans, it's time to find Geico's Ultimate Fan. Tonight's winner will receive Geico t-shirts, hats, and an upgrade to courtside seats, and could star in a real Geico commercial. Let's see who it's gonna be. It looks like we have a winner. Yes, we do, folks. How about that? Congratulations. And remember, saving money at Geico.com, so easy a caveman could do it.
Best friends. Flat broke.
These are the circumstances people find themselves in right before they start having sex for money.
Yes! You want to shoot a dirty movie while we work? Yeah.
Whoa.
I love the movies.
Zach and Miri make a porno. Rated R.
I like this one.
In a national taste test, more hardworking Americans preferred the taste of Dunkin' Donuts over Starbucks. Try the coffee that won.
This one.
And see why America really does run on Dunkin'.
Thank you.
For a little. Now get 0% APR and $500 bonus cash or $1,000 total cash back.
Sam Rosen, Tim Ryan, Chris Myers here in Philadelphia, where they'll be playing baseball tonight, and Chris Myers will be there as well. Glad you're with us as the Falcons on 2nd and long, and a sack, the first of the game. Chris Gokong takes down Matt Ryan.
Well, this is free runner time. Trent Cole goes in here, Quentin Michael goes out here, and then watch the opening for Chris Gokong. See, the tight end goes down with Trent Cole. The other tight end goes out with Quentin Michael, and then Chris Gokong comes unblocked and gets the first sack of the game for Philadelphia.
Second sack of the season for Gokong. Eagles have 6 defensive backs in the game. Ryan out of his end zone, chased, throws, and completes it short to Jarius Norwood, who is brought down at the 9-yard line. And the Falcons will be forced to punt.
And you talk about free runners, this is Jim Johnson's blitz philosophy. Bring more guys than you can block with, and he'll just cut it right in half in terms of the football field, and guys come unblocked into the quarterback's face. And he simply looks at it like this. All right, you got 3 to block to your right. We'll send 4 that way, and we'll end up with a guy that's a free runner, comes unblocked, and forces the quarterback to either get sacked or make a quick decision.
The punt is high, coming down to Deshaun Jackson at the 43. He is bumped and pulled out of bounds on a good tackle by Antoine Harris. 48-yard punt, 3-yard return. Eagles can control of the game right now.
The new 375 horsepower Hyundai Genesis has a more effective braking performance than the BMW 550i. So you can avoid the obstacles you expect. It also has an extraordinary system of safety features. So you can deal with the ones you don't. Find out more at HyundaiGenesis.com.
In a tumultuous time like right now, the most natural instinct is to run for the door, to sell everything. You've got to fight that emotion because you want to be able to hang on for the recovery. Smart investing is about taking it year by year by year. It is a little bit of a nightmare, but we handle those by living through them and looking forward to a better day.
Hey.
Oh, hi. You know, it's pretty quiet. I think I'm just going to take my lunch now.
How can I help you today?
Oh, hi. Is this the right price on that lamp?
It sure is.
No way.
You can refresh your home with the same style of items you'd find in a specialty store for a lot less at Lowe's.
What'd you get at Lowe's?
Chainsaw. My husband's a logger.
Lowe's, let's build something together.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by the new Hyundai Genesis. It all starts with this by Charles Schwab. Premium service, expect it, don't pay for it. Talk to Chuck. Charles Schwab. And by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Philadelphia Eagles have some warriors on this squad. John Runyon, who's never missed a game in his Eagles career, and Sheldon Brown, the cornerback. Likewise, on the 45-yard line, McNabb handing to Westbrook, turns the corner, another big gain for Brian Westbrook as he's taken out of bounds at the Falcons' 36-yard line by Dominique Foxworth. 20-yard gain for Brian Westbrook, 128 yards rushing in the game.
And two really good blocks right here by the guys on the perimeter. Watch L.J. Smith right there, and then watch Hank Basket on the outside get his block. See, L.J. Smith right there seals up Croy Bierman, and then you got Hank Basket out there on Dominic Foxworth that gives a nice running lane for Brian Westbrook.
Eagles have now rushed for 153 yards in the game, 369 yards total offense. Terrell Buckhalter's into the middle, but not much there. Time for an update on the Redskins and the Lions. For that, we go back to Kurt Menefee.
Big play, Santana Moss. That's all you got to call him. Already a 50-yard touchdown reception in this game. Now an 80-yard punt return against the Lions. They did miss the two-point conversion, but the Redskins starting to separate a little bit, up by 12 in the fourth quarter. Back to Sam, Tim, and Chris.
Thanks, Kurt. Slow start for Washington, but now opening up the lead in a game that the Eagles certainly are interested in the NFC East race. That handoff to Terrell Buckhalter, and again, a short pickup down to the 34-yard line. Pick up a 3rd and 9. Brian Westbrook has had a tremendous game. He has rushed for 128 yards, averaging 7.5 yards per carry. He's had 4 catches, 35 yards, and when you need him to block, he's there as well.
He's done it all. Really, about halfway through that second quarter, it looked like he started to get his feet back underneath him, and he's just taken off since then on the ground and through the air.
On 3rd and long, McNabb fires, and it hits the defender. And he's brooking in the back, and now the flags come in as L.J. Smith was taken down.
Well, this hit's it's late, and it's helmet to helmet by Lawyer Malloy. I understand that the receiver isn't defenseless because he had taken a couple of steps already and the ball had passed him. But when you don't have the football and the ball's overthrown, you can't come up and just take shots like that if you're a safety.
Roughness, defense, number 36. 15-yard penalty resulting in first down.
A bad penalty on the part of Lawyer Malloy. Here it is.
See, the ball hits Brooking right in the back of the helmet, And that's just way late by Lawyer Malloy, and it's to the headgear. See the ball, all right, deflected, the ball's gone, he turns, pow. That is a nasty shot on L.J. Smith.
And now the Eagles medical team out there. In fact, the head coach, Andy Reid, has come all the way out on the field to check out L.J. Smith. And it was quite a shot. And again, the way that Smith was turned, he never saw it coming. He couldn't brace himself for the hit.
And the ball's already gone. Listen, this is football, and if he's got the ball in his hands and he's a runner, you can hit him like that. But if the ball's already been deflected, it's incomplete, he's taken a couple of steps, you can't take a shot on a guy like that. That's brutal.
Hey, what kind of light beer do you want?
It doesn't matter, they're all the same.
Whoa, all the same? Are they all as easy to drink as Bud Light? Isn't water from this hose easier to drink than water from this one? Isn't this bottle easier to drink from than this one? And wouldn't you agree that a raindrop is easier to drink than hail? Point is, there's a difference, and Bud Light has it. It's called drinkability, the just right taste that makes Bud Light so easy to drink. Bud Light, the difference is drinkability.
Some things are just made for each other. Like the new iPhone 3G and the nation's fastest 3G network.
Introducing Gillette High Performance Shampoo with charged cleansers that power away dirt and oil for an all-day clean. Gillette High Performance Shampoo. Take charge of your hair.
The new 375 horsepower Hyundai Genesis can go from 0 to 60 faster than a Porsche Boxster. Perhaps even more impressive is how fast it goes from 70 to 0, in case things get a little too exciting. Find out more at HyundaiGenesis.com.
A woozy and wobbly L.J. Smith started off the field, had to stop, collect himself, continued off after this hit by Lawyer Malloy. Now, Mark, Lawyer Malloy is not a dirty player.
No, he's not. But look at the whiplash and look at his head snap backwards. And you just can't hit guys like that if they are not committed as ball carriers in terms of having the ball and running. You can't hit them like that.
Brent Selleck replaces L.J. Smith at tight end. First down, Eagles at the 19. McNabb finds Kevin Curtis. Spins his way down to the 10-yard line, just short of the 10. And the Eagles, with the benefit of the penalty on Lawyer Malloy, closing in on another score. Third catch of the game for Kevin Curtis in his first game of the season.
And a very underrated player. You know, you go back to last year, he had 1,000+ yards receiving, 77 catches, hasn't played yet this year, as you said. You saw him in practice during the week, and even he said it. He goes, look, I'm completely healed. And they really took their time with him, the medical staff, with that sports hernia, and you can see it. He is 100%.
Straight ahead, Westbrook goes down to the 8-yard line. It's a first down for the Eagles. It'll be a 1st and goal. The Eagles are still without Reggie Brown. When they have their full complement of 6 receivers, they have a good receiving core.
Well, collectively, they are very good. You know, Hank Baskett's an underrated receiver. He's got better speed than you think, and he's a very good blocker in the run game. We've seen that all day long. The rookie Deshaun Jackson leads them in catches. He's brought a lot to the table. Greg Lewis has credentials. Reggie Brown has credentials. You know, and then you put Brian Westbrook and you add him into that group. Jason Avant is a guy that's pretty good coming out of the slot. I agree with you. Collectively, they're very solid.
1st and goal at the 9. Westbrook and Klecko in the backfield. The fakes by McNabb. He throws it out to Westbrook inside the 5 with a stiff arm on Chris Houston. He takes him down at the 3-yard line.
Westbrook's real good at these misdirection type plays. They'll throw a little fake little flip 90, so they'll fake the quick pitch. They get the defense kind of guessing, oh, he doesn't have it, and you get him to false step 1 time backwards and then they throw him on the swing route. He finishes up with a real nice stiff arm to get it down inside the 5.
McNabb 10 for his last 14. On 2nd and goal. Basket in motion. Westbrook. He is at the goal line. He's in, but there's a flag on the play. He did not get in. He was pulled down just short of the goal line. My apologies. And we check out the flag. And it may be against the Falcons again. The Eagles are pointing that way.
Outside defense, number 92, lining up in the neutral zone, half the distance to the goal line, replay 2nd down.
That's Chauncey Davis called for the offside. So they move the ball close to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And you can tell down on the goal line today, there has been a commitment to run the football and to get it to Brian Westbrook. And talking to him on Friday, talking to Andy Reid on Friday, he said self-scouting during the bye week, that was a big ambition of theirs to get back to being more physical down when they're on the goal line in terms of running the football and getting it to Brian Westbrook.
And the Eagles decided to call a timeout. They need to talk it over right now as they look for a score.
Damn, I can explain.
How dare you!
You bought a playoff tickets for an anniversary gift.
If love is a game, you're a loser, so take cover with
Shroom
and Swiss. Watch out for that big TV set.
It looks like you're already missed. Ha ha ha.
Mushrooms wrapped in melted cheese and a gentle Angus kiss. The sweetest thing from Burger King.
New steakhouse, Shroom and Swiss.
The new 375 horsepower Hyundai Genesis has a more effective braking performance than the BMW 550i. So you can avoid the obstacles you expect. It also has an extraordinary system of safety features. So you can deal with the ones you don't. Find out more at HyundaiGenesis.com.
Go the distance with an NFL team lamp and choose from thousands of other authentic NFL products, including these Northwest team blankets. Available at NFLshop.com and select retailers.
After the Phillies' dramatic 9th-inning win, the Rays need to fight back and take Game 4, the World Series, tonight following the OT on Fox.
Today's Game on Fox is sponsored by Burger King. Have it your way.
171 yards from scrimmage for Brian Westbrook. What a factor he's been in the game today.
Welcome back. You look at the numbers there, the average, almost 8 yards every time he touches the ball. That's why he's one of the more dynamic players in this league, and I don't think people give him enough credit as a running back. His production hasn't been great this year, but you can see today as he started to get healthy, he can make it happen. Look at this.
2nd and goal. McNabb, shovel pass, and Westbrook did not get in. Came up just short of the goal line. That'll bring up a 3rd and goal as Andy Reid looks for different plays to get into the end zone. And now it's McNabb on the quarterback sneak, trying to use that 240 pounds to pull his way in, and he didn't make it. And it's a 4th and goal inside the 1. Go for it. So the Eagles still having their struggles, punching the ball in.
Well, McNabb just going to try to get behind Jamal Jackson and just push. That's a heck of a job by everybody. John Abraham, Brooking. You see Michael Boley, 2 linebackers and a defensive end, and they're going to come in now, Philadelphia, and they're going to kick it.
Andy Reid wants points out of this no matter what. He doesn't want to give Atlanta life. So David Akers comes in.
Well, and that's the right move, too, and make it a 3-score game.
An 18-yard field goal try out of the hold of Sabraka. So the Eagles get 3.
Well, it's still a 2-score game, excuse me, but instead of making it 10, a touchdown and a field goal, you extend out by 13.
What's going to happen to the gas guzzlers, the monsters of the road? All the utility in the world isn't worth much if we can't afford to drive them. So, why not have utility and efficiency? The Hyundai Santa Fe, with all the features you want in a CUV, plus 24 miles per gallon.
Get 0% financing for up to 36 months and up to $3,000 bonus cash on a 2008 Hyundai Santa Fe.
Hello, I'm a Mac.
And I'm a PC.
What you got there, PC?
Oh, just something I'm trying out. See, we're officially going to stop referring to my operating system by name.
You mean Vista?
Sorry, I didn't hear you there. What'd you say?
Vista?
See, we don't say the V word anymore. Doesn't sit well with frustrated PC users. From now on, we're going to use a word with a lot less baggage. Windows.
Yeah, but Windows is PC. Don't you think people are going to see through that? Not saying the word Vista is not the same as fixing Vista problems. Vista, Vista, Vista. Vista.
Hey, Brian Griffin here. You're probably asking yourself what I'm doing all alone on game day.
You suck!
Well, apparently there's a no dogs allowed policy at the stadium. But while I'm here, let's talk about Fox's upcoming Sunday lineup. It all kicks off with The Simpsons and a brand new Treehouse of Horror.
No!
On King of the Hill, an online business gets out of control.
Good Lord!
Then on a new Family Guy, the Griffins go on a road trip and forget to bring Stewie.
I'm about to drink my first soda! Oh, now I'm sad.
And rounding out the evening is an all-new American Dad. Now here's that announcer who sounds like he's a man with a firm handshake.
All new Animation Domination returns 1 week from tonight on Fox.
That is hilarious.
Eagles with a 20-7 lead. The Falcons' last 5 possessions, 4 punts and an interception.
Well, Jim Johnson for Philadelphia, the defensive coordinator, has really turned up the blitz packages and the pressure. And this is where they wanted to get Matt Ryan. They wanted to get the rookie quarterback facing adversity, having to play catch-up. We'll see how he reacts.
David Akers kickoff. Jarius Norwood sees it bounce. He picks it up at the 5. Slipped to King Jordan, but is wrapped up by Sean Considine at the 18-yard line. Matt Ryan in the first half was 9 for 20. In the second half, just 3 for 5. Here's Sean Considine coming down on coverage. He finds his man and brings down Jarius Norwood. There is Sean Considine, 4th year out of Iowa.
Since they started forcing all those punts of this offense, the time of possession has really started to go in favor of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ryan gets it outside to Harry Douglas. Douglas slips one man. It's a short pickup to the 21-yard line. He picked up 18. Atlanta Falcons have struggled on the road. We showed you numbers. Their 2 losses have been on the road where they scored 9 points in Tampa, 9 points at Carolina. And today, again, struggling to get points. 1 touchdown in the first half.
Here comes the blitz again.
They got it. Darren Howard gets there for the 2nd sack of the game on Matt Ryan.
And they're on their 3rd offensive tackle, Quinn Ojanaka. Here he is here. He's going to step down and have a squeeze protection. And Darren Howard just comes unblocked off the edge. That's a mistake by the left tackle. And they got it sealed up pretty good on the inside pressure by Stuart Bradley. He's got to kick out and stay with the defensive end. You can never allow a free runner, a DN, when he's got his hand down in the dirt on a straight drop back on your quarterback.
Sam Baker was injured and inactive today. Todd Weiner started. Quinn Ojanaka has replaced him. Ryan scrambling out of trouble, gets it to Jason Snelling. And Snelling gets up across the 30. He's got a first down. L.J. Smith, word from the training room is that he suffered a concussion, and of course he will not be back today. As he took that big hit from Lawyer Malloy. Last play picked up 18. Hurry up offense for the Atlanta Falcons. From the 30. Ryan outside. Karate White. And White is up to the 37-yard line. The clock keeps running. Both these teams will go west next week. Ryan Dawkins a little shaken up on the play. Slow to get up. Dawkins stays on the sideline. Sean Considine replaces him. Ball was bobbled by Ryan. Recovers and hits his tight end, Justin Peele. And Peele gets into Eagles territory down to the 47-yard line.
You don't see a lot of tight end production in this offense. They're mostly just blockers. Ryan bobbled that, still had the wherewithal to pick it up, keep his eyes downfield.
Empty backfield.
Find his tight end.
4 wide receivers. Quick outside of Roddy White. Slips one man, is out of bounds. Close to the 40-yard line. Ocelio Hansen chased Roddy White out. Falcons with a 2nd and 3 as they move the ball well here in the hurry-up offense. They need 2 touchdowns.
Got Brian Dawkins out of the game. We'll see if they try to get it deep on Considine.
Ryan gets time, but that ball seemed to slip out of his hands as he threw it, tried to hit Brian Finneran.
Now here comes Dawkins back in the game.
Good news for the Eagles. One of the big-time leaders on the Eagles team. His 13th year in the NFL, and every single one has been with the Eagles since he was drafted by them in 1996. Norwood and Snelling in the backfield on 3rd and 4. The blitz coming. Ryan gets away, throws it high, jumbled and caught. Beautiful play by Jarius Norwood. He's down to the 20-yard line. What a catch by Norwood.
Well, Matt Ryan, again, you can see what he can do on the move now. He wants to go over the middle. He can. He turns to his left, throws an absolute strike, and Jarius Norwood made it a lot harder than it had to be, but good concentration pulling it down. And then Brian Dawkins comes and rattles his cage a little bit, and he's down on the field.
Norwood down on both knees after a 20-yard pickup, and he's being checked out by the Falcons medical team.
Well, that's going to take one of their timeouts.
We've had a lot of these in the game. A lot of guys shaken up. Jamal Anderson of the Atlanta Falcons was hurt earlier. L.J. Smith went to the locker room. Neither man able to return. Had several players shaken up. They've come back. Norwood explaining what he feels. Dawkins was down moments ago.
Look at this.
How about that?
Pretty good career.
A lot of wins. That's a lot of wins.
A lot of people thought,
Dawkins.
too, last year that his career was in question because of the neck injury that he had, and just absolutely grinded in the offseason, went and got some special treatment on that neck. Says it hasn't bothered him at all this year.
2nd-round draft pick in 1996 by the Eagles, and he has been one of their all-time greats. Norwood helped up. Falcons with the ball at the 20-yard line of the Eagles. They need a score. The last time they drove down to the 2-yard line, and Matt Ryan then threw a high fade route that was picked off in the end zone by Lito Shepherd. Turner in the backfield at running back. And Ryan stepped back, flags on the play. Seemed to stumble back with Stuart Bradley coming on a blitz. Jim Johnson, whose defense has really picked it up against Matt Ryan.
Outside defense, the left tackle. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
What'd you see, Tim?
Well, that was Stuart Bradley just jumped off sides, and was smart play by Matt Ryan taking a knee. They still have 3 timeouts left because on the Norwood injury, Sam, it is not under 2 minutes. Therefore, he was not charged a timeout by taking a knee on the field. Injury timeouts only occur, they force you to take them when you're under 2 minutes to play.
Crowd gets loud on Matt Ryan. He's got a man in the end zone. Brian Finneran dropped it. I don't know if you could throw a more perfect pass. Finneran was there, but dropped it. 2 men on him, Lito Shepherd and Quentin Michael.
Absolutely perfect throw. See Lito Shepherd and behind him, Brian Dawkins in front of him. Matt Ryan puts it right on his hands.
That's got to be caught.
That absolutely has to be caught.
2nd and 5. Justin Peel, the tight end, splits out. 10th play of the drive for the Falcons. Everybody out. Ryan throws and it's broken out. Good play by Lito Shepherd. Again covering Brian Finneran. Good pressure that time by the Eagles.
Lito Shepherd right here, we've talked about it, the ability to bend and burst. And he's just dropping back in the zone, reading the quarterback, and as soon as the quarterback, Matt Ryan, cocks that arm and takes his hand off it and gets ready to unload it, Lito Shepherd makes a break on the ball and gets a nice pass breakup. He's had a good game.
Yes, he has. Jason Snelling in the backfield for Atlanta with Matt Ryan. It's loud down there. Here, quick release, completes. The ball comes out. Adam Jennings never had it. It's ruled an incomplete pass. And again, it was Lito Shepherd wrapping him up and busting that ball loose.
Little crossing route right in the middle of the field. Adam Jennings, 1 foot, 2 foot down. That was close. Lito Shepherd once again all over it.
They ruling on the field, incomplete pass.
And you got to go for it here. I mean, you're down 13, 4:38.
And Mike Smith calls a timeout as they set up a 4th down play that is crucial to the Falcons' chances. Don't forget, coming up next, we've got game 2 of a great football doubleheader. It's the Giants and the Steelers, division leaders in the NFC East and the AFC North. And then the OT wraps up the day, presented by Lowe's. All the scores, highlights, interviews, everything in football. And that's followed by game 4 of the World Series right here in Philadelphia at 8 o'clock. Joe Buck will be there. Tim McCarver will send Chris Ryan out of the football locker room and into the baseball stadium. Got tickets for the games? Yes, sir. What a time to be a Philadelphia fan.
How about the way that bad boy ended last night?
Wow.
9th inning.
Phillies leading 2-1 on 4th down. Ryan throws. Great catch by Roddy White. And he was inbounds. It's a 1st down.
Good play call, getting Matt Ryan in the movement stuff and getting him out on the edge. I mean, they have really gone blitz crazy on him, and he stood in the pocket. Very good call by Mike Mularkey, the offensive coordinator, getting him rolling out to the right. We've seen it today, and we've seen it all year long. He's got a very, very good ability to throw off the run. It's a perfect throw to Roddy White just past the 1st down sticks.
And Roddy White's had a good day with 6 catches for 96 yards, including a 55-yarder for a touchdown. 1st and goal for the Falcons at the 9. Michael Turner with a big hole, but he brought down. Good tackle by Stuart Bradley, the middle linebacker. Turner was just starting to get some momentum going when Bradley wrapped him up.
Stuart Bradley's going to be a real good player, I think, in this league. You know, he hadn't played a lot of middle linebacker until he got to the pro league. More of a rover or a monster type guy, outside guy, roaming and hitting in college. And he's really settled in at the mic now, and you can see he's not thinking a lot. He's got the scheme figured out. He's just playing.
Jason Snelling in the backfield for Atlanta. Ryan being rushed. Throws deep in the end zone. Roddy White, touchdown! Another great catch by Roddy White. And Roddy White goes over 100 yards in the game. A big touchdown for the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, Matt Ryan showing some moxie there and some poise, leading his team down the field. Jason Elam with the extra point try to bring the Falcons within 6, and now it's 20-14. So the Falcons, who had been stopped on their last 5 possessions, come through with a good drive.
Roddy White will come from the left of your screen. Matt Ryan steps up right to the back of the end zone, and look at how he uses the goalpost as a landmark. That's what quarterbacks do. I mean, he's really thrown to a spot. Roddy White to the end line, and watch how right at the goalpost, bam, right there, almost in line with it. And Roddy White goes up and captures it out of the air.
Early in the game, Asante Samuel and Sheldon Brown had shut down Roddy White. But ever since that touchdown pass, 55 yards, White has been open, getting open, and he's
clearly the go-to
Ryan.
guy,
Yeah.
and has been all year for them. You think of him in the last 5 games, and his numbers have skyrocketed. And I think finally, and you started to see it last year. He had 83 catches last year, and talking to him on Saturday, he said, you know, this attitude around here, because of Mike Smith, because of Mike Mularkey, and what these guys want to do in terms of bringing a positive atmosphere and attitude to our football team, it's all changed.
Matt Ryan, 19 for 36, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
And you got to kick it and play defense.
Yeah.
3:55 to go.
I agree.
Kick it and play some defense. Down 6.
6-point game.
You bet.
Had a good defensive series. Get the ball back. Quentin Demps is deep for Philadelphia. 6-point lead for the Eagles. Demps from the 2. Falcons have it covered and bring him down short of the 25-yard line. And we go to the sideline to Chris Myers.
And the head coach of the Falcons, Mike Smith, telling me before the game, he pulled Matt Ryan aside this week and said, look, you know, you're from 30 miles from this area. You're going to have a lot of friends and family. You've handled success and some defeat so far very well. Be careful with this. And there were some butterflies in pregame warm-ups just for that reason. Matt Ryan, more than 100 family and friends who grew up as Eagle fans, but were wearing Eagle jerseys with Falcon hats to show their support for Matt Ryan. And of course, the home team, Matt, respectfully said he didn't want the family and friends on camera, just in case the Eagle fans were angry about the result here. But so far, Matt is held up, and the Eagles are getting the best of it.
Chris, it's a tough crowd. You know that.
It's a rough crowd, I tell you, a rough crowd.
Now we know where he gets his smarts from.
Chris putting in a long day. There was a flag on the play, and it looks like they will re-kick. Matt Ryan with 2 touchdown passes in the game. This one was to Roddy White, cutting between 2 defenders and taking it in 55 yards. In the second one to Roddy White under the goalpost. Matt Ryan with 7 touchdown passes on the season.
Pretty amazing how you saw him start out pretty good and then got the touchdown to Roddy White, and then when they started blitzing him second half of the second quarter and on through the third quarter, he really struggled. And then at crunch time, having to lead him down the field, really put their best drive together. Double-digit plays ended with a touchdown.
Drafting Matt Ryan and his early success, his quick success, has really changed the fortunes of the Atlanta franchise.
Well, I think they wanted and got a new face to their franchise, and he has handled it, Sam, with great humility.
The kickoff by Michael Kanan. Here comes Quentin Demps from the 1. And the Falcons are all over it. Great coverage by Atlanta as Demps is down at the 16-yard line. Well, we were talking about Matt Ryan. How does he compare to other quarterbacks in their first 6 games with their teams in the NFL? How about guys like Rick Meyer? Remember him? These are top 10 draft picks. Jeff George. See the numbers? Peyton Manning, he got into a rough start at the beginning. He was 1-5. And Ryan Leaf, these were all high draft picks. And Matt Ryan, his quarterback rating through the first 6 games is the best of all of those. Westbrook and Buckhalter in the backfield. Westbrook went in motion. And now Donovan McNabb calls a timeout. Eagles have 1 timeout remaining.
Sam, all that QB rating stuff is good when you talked about the top 10 quarterbacks and Matt Ryan being the best, but the best part of it is he's won. I mean, you mentioned Peyton Manning, 1-5 to start it. I mean, this guy's 4-2. And I think he's the first quarterback to start the first 6 games as a rookie and win 4 of them since the merger in 1970. Think about that.
Yeah. Well, the Falcons have had early season success in recent years. Now they're trying to sustain that as you look at Bill Musgrave alongside Matt Ryan. They've got to find a way to sustain it. And I think just the way they came back, the stopping the Eagles down at the goal line when the Eagles could have put the game out of reach. They did a good job stopping them and coming back with a touchdown drive of their own. Red Selleck, the tight end, gets up to the 25-yard line. And now the Eagles will try to get something going that will get them points to perhaps put this game out of reach.
And if you're Philadelphia, you want the intermediate passing attack to make sure you get the completions or the run game and guys stay in bounds. Forcing Atlanta to use their 2 timeouts and keep ticking seconds off of that clock.
It's a 2nd and 2, a long 2 for the Eagles. As I mentioned earlier, both teams head west after this. The Eagles will be at Seattle next week. Atlanta will be at Oakland. Westbrook. He stopped short of the first down. Good job up front by the Atlanta Falcons. And the Falcons have called a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout remaining. Under 3 minutes as you look at the head coaches. The Eagles with a 6-point lead. Need to hold on to the football. And after football here in Philadelphia, we send you to Pittsburgh, where the Giants and the Steelers meet up in the 2nd game of our Fox NFL doubleheader. That's followed by the OT to wrap up the day in football. That's followed by Game 4 of the World Series.
And the Giants, I'll tell you what highlights it and magnifies the importance of that game for the Giants. The Redskins have won in Detroit. So they're now a 6-2 football team. Philadelphia trying to get their 4th win. The Giants are going to want to win as well at Pittsburgh to keep that race alive. And I think Dallas is leading over Tampa Bay right now also.
Final seconds of that game, it's 13-9. The toss to Westbrook, trying to get outside. Nothing doing. That was covered by Chauncey Davis.
He's going to be short too, I think. Look at Mike Smith out on the field trying to get a spot. Look at Mike.
Chauncey Davis was frustrated that he didn't take Westbrook down, but he got enough of him
he wants the timeout.
He came short. And Mike Smith wants to stop the clock and preserve as much time as he can for his offense.
Let's watch Lawyer Malloy right here, the strong safety who's going to play Westbrook the whole way, forcing Brian to cut back inside. That's a good job by Chauncey Davis in space. Westbrook got away from him, but got just enough of him so that he fell down in front of the first down stick.
So Atlanta Falcons are now out of timeouts. And they put a couple of seconds back on the clock, which is what Mike Smith
Mike said you
wanted.
took 3 away from him.
Yeah, I called that timeout 3 seconds before. 7th punt of the game for Sam Rocca. That's Adam Jennings back deep. He had 1 good return in the game early, a 16-yarder.
And you can tell here, they're not going to come after it. They're going to set up, double guys out on the gunners and try to set up a good return to get good field position.
Rocca with plenty of time. Wobbly kick. Here comes Adam Jennings. It bounced in front of him. Did he touch it? The Eagles have the ball, and it's brought into the end zone by Hakeem Jordan. And we'll see what the ruling is on the field. Mike Smith's already out on the field waving the red flag.
They said, whoa, put that red flag back. I think they're going to call it that he did not touch it.
The ruling on the field is that we have a muff punt by the receiving team recovered by Philadelphia, and the ball cannot be advanced. It's Philadelphia's ball, 1st and 10 at the spot of recovery.
All right, so this is...
Let's see if Adam Jennings touches this football.
Ball bounces and...
See, right? Yeah, hard to... But he certainly didn't touch it on the way down.
But Tim, they can't review it. He's out of timeouts. He cannot challenge. He's out of timeouts.
That's a great point, and that's why Terry Robisky was grabbing him and pulling it back. I believe that. And it's not under 2 minutes, which means it doesn't go to the booth for review. And he's out of timeout. Sam, that is an outstanding point. Even though it does look like it's the wrong call, whether he touched it or not, it looks like here from the TV that he does not touch it, certainly not on the way down. He's not even close to it right there. And it looks like he pulls back far enough with his right hand that he didn't get a hand on it. Let's see if we can see it from a different angle. Oh, no, he didn't touch that ball.
Like
but the point is that he has no challenges left because there's no timeouts left.
So it is ruled a muff punt. The Eagles recover. And they have the ball on the Atlanta 37, and you can understand how upset Mike Smith is. So now the Eagles with the ball, the Falcons no timeouts, and the Eagles will look to run out the clock.
You know, I understand his anger and the call being wrong. But at the same time, he'll go back and I think look at this and realize that when it's over 2 minutes, you've got to be more prudent with your timeouts in terms of calling them and saving a challenge opportunity for a play just like this.
But we've come to the 2-minute warning. That's an upset head coach, Mike Smith.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by UPS. What can Brown do for you?
All right, your business. Well, say you want to improve customer service and to keep your overall budget in line. Well, with UPS, you have the options to control the speed and the cost of your shipping. They have more express shipping options than anyone, from 2 days to same day. It's whatever speed you need. It's not just your business. It's your business with UPS. Whoa, that was close.
Why do we show up 5 hours before kickoff? Order every game. Dress like our dads. And sit in 10-degree weather on our anniversary. Why? Because this game is ours. Visa. For game day, it's the way to go.
The Hyundai Santa Fe has impressive features, like room for 7, available all-wheel drive, and America's best warranty. But the most impressive feature of all, 24 miles per gallon. After all, what good is a crossover utility vehicle if you can't afford to drive it?
Get 0% financing for up to 36 months and up to $3,000 bonus cash on a 2008 Hyundai Santa Fe.
14 if you care to nitpick. And Randy Moss,
when all you want is to never miss a highlight. The best online highlights are on NFL.com.
All the frustrations of a head coach, Mike Smith, out of timeouts, could not challenge what appeared to be a wrong call by the officials on a muff punt. It's second down for the Eagles, who lead by 6. Westbrook again. Breaks through. Westbrook may go all the way. Yes, he does. Westbrook caps off a brilliant day. With a 39-yard touchdown run, gives him 2 touchdowns and 167 yards rushing, a career high. What a game for Brian Westbrook, as the Eagles have put this one away. They get a big break on a bad call on the muff punt. They capitalize and put 7 on the board. It's 27-14. Mike Smith had used up his timeouts. He decided to call one after the defensive stop, and then this was ruled a muff punt recovered by the Eagles. He had no timeouts left. He couldn't challenge. and then Brian Westbrook finished it off.
Well, everybody defensively just overran it. Westbrook sees a little crease up inside. That ball is designed to go outside behind the fullback. Westbrook sees it up inside. The middle linebacker got walled off by the center, and Westbrook takes off and runs it in for a long score.
Eagles with 433 yards offense today, their second biggest day of the season. They rushed for 193. Westbrook with 167. And while we have a moment, a couple of special thanks. One, if you've been listening to the game at all, you're hearing some great sounds, and that's the result of the great work in our audio booth by Philadelphia's own Kevin McCluskey. Great job by him.
I saw him with all his Phillies gear on today.
And our director, Rich Russo, who's celebrating Penn State's win over Ohio State last night and probably moving up in the BCS standings, has his family here, his wife Sally, his daughter Isabel, and his son Jack, and they're having a great time. He didn't get them seats. They're sitting on the floor in the booth, but they're having a great time. Here's David Akers to kick it off. Up comes Jarius Norwood on the run from the 12, straight ahead, across the 30-yard line of the 32. And don't forget, after football is done, second game, then the OT, game 4 of the World Series. The Rays trying to tie it up. Phillies lead the series 2 games to 1. They are starving for a championship in Philadelphia. And the Phillies leading after last night's 5-4 win. Andy Sonnenstein and Joe Blanton, the starters for game 4. It all begins at 8 o'clock. Matt Ryan works out of the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. They chase Ryan. And he runs and then slides to the 35-yard line. Matt Ryan, 19 for 36, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Ryan puts it up and completes it to Michael Jenkins. Falcons have no timeouts. They go no huddle. They have the ball at the Eagles' 44-yard line.
I don't know about you, Sam, but I have been highly impressed with young Matt Ryan today. I mean, he has been under constant pressure. He's had a couple of miscues, but has really made some good plays as well in this football game.
That pass is incomplete, but, you know, you think about this young man in his 7th NFL game. He looks like a guy who's played in the league for several years.
No, just in talking to him. I mean, not only does he seem mature in talking to him, but his understanding of the game, the concepts of the game, the situations during a game, his execution on Sundays. You know, the ability to get him out of a bad play with his eyes, the opportunities and the abilities that he has to throw off the run. A lot of upside with this young quarterback.
Turns, throws to Roddy White. He's ridden down at a first down marker at the 34-yard line. 50 seconds, clock running. As he grounds the ball, spikes it, and stops the clock. Today's game produced by Mike Burks and Rich Russo. We'll give him one more mention. He's our director. And he's going to direct the pregame show for the World Series tonight as well. The associate director is Tom Yohe, broadcast associate Eric Mandia, technical producer Frank Phillips. Pregame show produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. Senior producer is Bill Brown. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. Ryan rolls, throws short. Jason Snelling is taken out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Our spotter in the booth, as always, Gary Lynn, statistician Emmett McGuire, computer stats Mark Sosna, and the Fox Box man is Ty Yohe. We thank them all for their great work. We mentioned our technical director. The Governor John Howard's not with us today, I don't believe. I think he was on another assignment. Throws, completes to Finley, the short pickup. But the Falcons are running out of time. Andy Reid will win his 100th career game. In his 10th season as a head coach, this will be the Eagles franchise 500th win. Ryan stumbling to get away, throws it out of bounds. Don't forget game 2 of our NFL doubleheader. The Giants and Steelers. This is win number 100 for Andy Reid.
That's quite a milestone in 10 years. Look at it right there. 100 plus coaching wins in the first 10 years, and look at the list of names.
And this is the one and only head coaching job he's had in the NFL. He's been a great coach here with the Eagles, and he's always been a good guy for us to deal with.
Puts out quite a spread too on Fridays, I got to tell you. The grub is good.
I bet.
Thanks for that.
100th overall win. That includes playoffs for Andy Reid, and for the Eagles franchise, their 500th win, the 7th NFL franchise to reach 500, joining the Steelers, Bears, Giants, Rams, Redskins, and Packers. The Eagles have won 2 in a row. They're 4-3. The Atlanta Falcons, 3rd loss on the road. Matt Ryan did a good job. He is going to be something special. Donovan McNabb with a strong game, passed for 253 yards. But Brian Westbrook was the #1 story of the game. That's it from Philadelphia.